What's up, guys? My name is David Powell, and this is Powell Sports Media, my small sports show where I discuss some of my favorite sports and athletes. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
For today's video, I figured I'd do another quick Detroit sports update, highlighting what's happening with the four main teams in the city going on right now. Starting with the Tigers, I guess they're not technically going right now. They are in the off season. They lost to the Seattle Mariners a couple weeks ago in the second round of the playoffs. With the season over, the attention shifts to the question of whether or not the team re-signs Tarek Skubal or not. It's been a hot topic that I've discussed with a lot of my friends lately. It's going to be interesting. I could probably do a whole video on this topic alone. It's kind of a complicated topic, I would say. But honestly, in short, I think the Tigers will end up trading Skubal before his contract runs out after next season. It's a sucky reality, but from what I've heard, and it's really just rumors that I've heard so far. But it sounds like Detroit is not going to be willing to pay him everything that he wants or technically deserves. So I don't think the Tigers are going to re-sign him. I don't think they're going to shell out the money to get him. So it's a bummer. We'll see what happens. Obviously, nothing's set in stone yet. But it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers and what Chris Illich does there. On the basketball side of things, the Pistons, they started their season this week actually. They finished last season with a 44-38 record. That was the regular season record they had. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Knicks. And this year they're obviously looking to build on that performance. They opened the season against Chicago, the Bulls, on Wednesday. It was a loss, and they're looking to rebound against the Houston Rockets tonight. Obviously, with the season being so new, not a ton to report on for that right now. But we'll definitely dive into the Pistons a little bit more as the semester goes along. Uh, in the NFL, the Lions are on their bye week this week after facing Tampa Bay on Monday. That game against the Buccaneers resulted in a win for Detroit. Surprisingly, it was the Lions' defense that really showed out in that one, despite the numerous absences because of injury and suspensions in the secondary. So it was an interesting game for the Lions to win, and it was a good one for them to win as well, with especially that torn up secondary. With the win against Tampa Bay, the Lions sit at 5-2, a 5-2 record on the season. They're in second place in the NFC North behind Green Bay, who has that tiebreaker from that game they tied against the Dallas Cowboys earlier in the season. So that's the only reason Green Bay's ahead. I believe. Well, I guess Green Bay would technically have the tiebreaker, but either way, that goes Green Bay, and then it goes Detroit. The NFL standings themselves, they look kind of weird this year as we're headed into week 8 of the season. The Indianapolis Colts, they sit in first place, something I never didn't think I'd be saying this season. Drake May and the Patriots, they've been cooking lately. They are riding a 4-game win streak. Just overall, it's a weird season in the NFL, and I'm certainly interested to see how it turns out. Finally, last team I wanted to cover for this video, the Red Wings. After riding a 5-game win streak to start the season, they won against the Panthers, Lightning, and Oilers in that span. The Wings dropped the last 2 games they played in pretty ugly fashion. A couple of rough losses. First was the 4-2 loss to Buffalo. Then the team traveled to New York the next day, so it was a back-to-back. And the Wings lost to the Islanders 7-2. Both games, the team looked slow, made sloppy mistakes. Begs the question, what happened in between the games that we were playing really well in, and how did we go to looking like we are now? There were a couple off days in there, so I wonder if it was kind of they had a couple days off and then they kind of lost momentum. Uh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The team hosts St. Louis at Little Caesars Arena next on Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see what they can clean up there. I think McClellan will yell at them or something. And I think they'll get back to winning soon. I certainly hope so, at least. There are a couple bright spots with the team that can be found, especially Dylan Larkin. So Dylan Larkin's actually scored a point in every game this season, leads the team with 13 points altogether. So he is doing phenomenal right now. And then our rookie, Emmett Finney, he's tied for second place on the team with 7 points. He's tied with Alex DeBrincat. His impact has really been felt over the first couple of weeks of the season. It's fun to watch him play. I believe he has 3 goals on the season so far, so again, it's going to be interesting to see how he finishes off the season and what he looks like as we keep going. But definitely, those are the two kind of bright spots that I took away from the last week or so of Red Wings hockey. That's all I've got today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.